Welcome back to HKIBC News. An American man has been arrested after the bodies of 4 people said to be Indian nationals were found in freezing conditions in Canada, just 15 meters from the U.S. border. Police in the Canadian town of Emerson believe the victims, a couple, a teenage boy and a baby, are from the same family.
These individuals, including an infant, were left on their own in the middle of a blizzard when the weather hovered around minus 35 degrees Celsius, factoring the wind. These victims faced not only the cold weather, but also endless fields, large snowdrifts, and complete darkness. We don't know how these individuals got to Emerson, but our investigators are certainly going to look into every aspect of their deaths.
A man who had 2 other Indian nationals in his car was arrested just inside the United States. It's suspected that he was trying to smuggle people into the U.S. The authorities detained 5 other Indians who were seen walking in wintry conditions in the same area. At least 6 people, 2 of them children, have been killed and dozens more injured in a rocket attack on a town in northern Syria. Firefighters rushed to Afrin to douse the flames that engulfed a car. The town is an enclave controlled by Turkey and its allies after they forced out Syrian Kurdish fighters in 2018. Ankara blamed the U.S.-backed Kurds for the attack and retaliated by shelling Kurdish-held areas in the region. Locally again, a new law regulating the rent for Hong Kong's subdivided flat takes effect tomorrow. But a concern group says there are loopholes and tenants need to be better educated about their rights. Chloe Feng reports.
Members of a concern group petitioned the Rating and Evaluation Department in Chengsha Wan this morning on the eve of a new law which limits rent increases for subdivided flats. The legislation aims to protect some of the city's poorest residents who live in 110,000 shoebox units in rundown buildings which often lack health and safety features. Tenants were often overcharged for water and electricity and could be evicted easily. Under the new law, landlords of subdivided flats cannot raise rents for the first 2 years, after which increases cannot be more than 10% for a 2-year lease. And fees for water and electricity have to be reasonable. But the group concerning Grassroots Housing Rights Alliance says there are loopholes as the law does not regulate the initial rent.
Some of the tenants say that when they hear that the government will implement this law and they have experienced bad experience that the landlords actually increase their rent in December. The tenants actually is suffering from a higher rent.
The group urged the authorities to educate subdivided tenants of their rights and review the situation.
The government maybe can take a more initiative roles, like maybe set up some team to monitor whether the landlords are applying the law.
The group also suggested that the government should set up a separate hotline for tenants who wish to report or make a complaint. Chloe Feng, HKIBC.
The Hang Seng Index has risen for the 4th straight session as a rally by consumer-oriented stocks pulled the benchmark from the red earlier in the session to end the week just a tad higher. But investors were cautious about mainland developers. Country Garden fell 2.9% on lingering concerns over liquidity, and China Evergrande lost 0.6%. The firm said it's hiring more financial and legal advisors after international creditors warned of enforcement action if it did not do more to resolve a debt default. Now let's take a look at the markets. The Hang Seng Index closed up 13 points. Top 10 active stocks: Tencent up $3.20, AIA up 10 cents, and Hong Kong exchanges up $6.60. JD.com up $6.40. 40 cents, Ping An up 15 cents, and Wuxi Biologics down $1.75. Forex trading against Hong Kong dollar. Euro is trading at 8.82, British pound and 10.56, and Australian dollar at 5.59. Over to the UK market, FTSE 100 is down 82 points. Teenager Zara Rutherford has become the youngest woman to fly solo around the world. The British-Belgian aviator landed in western Belgium yesterday, 155 days after setting off. 19-year-old Rutherford is also the first woman to achieve the feat in a micro-light plane. Her 52,000-kilometer journey took her to 41 countries across 5 continents. She faced extreme cold in Siberia and had to avoid wildfires in California. Rutherford said after a long-awaited reunion with her family that she hoped her adventure would inspire others.
Growing up, I didn't see many other female pilots. I always thought that was quite discouraging personally. So right now I'm just kind of trying to be a friendly face, and so I've been using kind of the press, the attention I've gotten from this to encourage more girls to go into aviation as well.
Because it's extremely difficult what she's done, and it wasn't a given that she would succeed. And also extremely proud for the message she's bringing to young girls and young women. Go for your dreams, go for it, reach for the sky.
What an inspiring story. And on to the weather now. Tomorrow will be cloudy with a few rain patches. Temperatures range between 17 and 20 degrees. Keep your umbrella handy for Sunday and Monday. Now let's take a look at the weather around the world. That's our main news for this Friday night. We'll be back at 11 with more updates. I'm Sarah Wong. Thanks for joining us and take care.